You wake up before sunrise. Cold air hits your face. You don't know the date. Only winter is coming. Your hands are rough. Your back aches. You count people by breathing. You don't know the life inside these walls. Or open camps, since prehistoric humans did not universally live in caves, is one you never escaped. Archaeologist Stephen Mithen's work on prehistoric cognition suggests symbolic thought, art, ritual, music, emerged across varied shelters, not exclusively inside caves. This indicates the need for meaning developed wherever humans gathered, whether under rock overhang or open sky. Your need for belonging and remembrance was born across many spaces. This channel exists for exactly this kind of question. If this kind of depth resonates with you, subscribing keeps these explorations coming. 3 concrete counterfactual consequences would follow. First, without stored surplus, no dense population centers could form. Second, without fixed fields requiring coordinated labor, centralized authority would lack its primary foundation. Third, face-to-face limits would likely keep social groups near Dunbar's estimated ceiling of roughly 150. Dr. Robin Dunbar's research suggests this wiring remains in modern brains. That is a possibility supported by data, not a certainty. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman's studies on fast and slow thinking indicate that quick survival choices still shape human decision-making today. In a mobile community, hesitation could mean missing food or shelter. Today, it may mean scrolling past a choice instead of committing. The mechanism probably hasn't changed, only the stakes have softened. Anthropologist Sally McBrearty's findings indicate people often stayed near familiar terrain for generations. Safety wasn't weakness, it was practical intelligence, shaped by the Creator's provision of warmth, food, and shelter. Whether walls of stone, hide, or open camp, people knew names before voices spoke. That is the design of belonging. Your modern brain seeks more, faster, bigger. Your older wiring may still know warmth, food, and people within arm's reach. That tension lives inside you daily. It is probably why a long meeting drains you, why a crowd of strangers feels inherently wrong, and why a quiet evening with a few close people feels like coming home, like remembrance of what you were made for. Archaeologist Randall White's studies at Abbey-Castanet reveal structured hearths and organized tool caches, evidence of culture, not chaos. When you arrange your workspace the same way each morning, you may be repeating that structure. When you return to the same cafe, you may be seeking a hearth. These are not mere habits. They may be echoes of remembrance embedded in design. The modern commute involves motion without clear arrival. In mobile community life, every step likely served immediate purpose: finding food, protecting the group, maintaining relationship. Your body may still rebel against motion that lacks meaning. That restlessness is probably not laziness. It may be remembrance speaking. Anthropologist Christopher Boehm's studies of egalitarian societies suggest early groups actively limited dominance and shared decisions collectively. Modern office hierarchies violate that older social pattern. You feel the resulting stress even when you cannot name its source. The Creator designed you for shared belonging, not arbitrary control. If the transition from mobile life to large-scale settlement had not occurred, there would likely be no cities, no screens, no widespread electrical light, none of the infrastructure you now take for granted. There would be seasons, movement, relationship, remembrance, a life stripped of what you assume you need, and possibly stripped of what quietly drains you each morning. The transition from small mobile groups to settlement changed human experience in measurable ways. Population density rose, social hierarchies became more complex. Environmental impact expanded. Without that transition, those effects would likely not have occurred at this scale. This is a historical observation, not a judgment about progress being wrong. Consider this: when you feel overwhelmed by a crowd, that response may echo Dunbar's estimated social limits. When you seek a small circle, you may be remembering an older pattern of belonging. When you tell a story rather than simply sharing information, you may be repeating what ancestors did near low fires, practicing remembrance together. Fire does not merely provide warmth. Neuroscience research suggests that watching flames can slow heart rate and support focus in some people. Your brain may calm near fire because survival once depended on it. The modern candle, the fireplace, the campfire, these are not only aesthetics. They may be inherited medicine, reminders of the home you carried inside you all along. You rebuilt elements of that older world inside apartments, in quiet rituals, in the rhythms that keep you functioning. You never escaped it fully. You never needed to. The life you think you built may be closer to the life you were made for than modern speed allows you to see. Every modern comfort hides a possible cost. Every anxiety may have an ancient counterpart. When you choose slowness over speed, you are not failing modern life. You may be practicing remembrance. You may be coming home. You were designed for relationship, for remembrance, for home that moves with you. Whether you live in a city or near open ground, the Creator's design remains inside you. You are not lost. You are remembered. When you feel the pull of routine, of stillness, of a small trusted circle, you may not be resisting modern life. You may be practicing remembrance. You may be returning to the design placed inside you before any city existed. The question is not whether you can go back. The question is whether you will recognize that you never fully left. You are still inside, still belonging, still remembered, still home. This is not nostalgia. It is not a call to abandon what exists. It is an invitation to see what remains. The Creator's design for belonging, the body's memory of movement with purpose, the heart's need for small circles, and the quiet truth that home was never only a place. Home was always inside you. End of voiceover script.